The theme for April 2022 is conflict resolution within the self. This is individual and collective. In terms of the higher self aspect, the flow of light through the individual in terms of seeing their reality clearly, and the interaction with the ego mind, the shadow self. So a lot of work is going to be done between the interaction of these players within us navigating our reality experience with ease and grace. It has been a very intense week energetically for individuals. A big purge has been taking place. It would have, and still is for some, absolute chaos for individuals. What I've been shown is that moving forward, we can expect a lighter month energetically. The reason for this is it is going to afford individuals the opportunity to do some shadow work, to understand when they are interacting with the ego mind, when they are listening to their higher self aspect, and when the shadow is clouding the process. So some shadow work is going to be done this week for many individuals with a lighter energy at play, which is going to support this process. We are being asked by the higher self aspect to hand over the reins, so to speak, to the higher self and our guides, to surrender to this process. Very much connected to the shadow aspect this month, of course, is past experiences. What we're being asked to do is to let go of the memories, the experiences associated to the past. You have got the information, you have got the message with many of these occurrences. So many individuals are holding on to past experiences that are no longer serving them when they have got the skill sets, the initiation cycles from this process already. The information has been received. You have got it. Let it go. We are being asked to let go of past experiences that are now no longer serving, thus adding resistance to the individual's growth and expansion moving forward. It was a necessary part of the individual's blueprint of the experience itself, but now it is no longer necessary. So it is clouding the individual's judgment. This is where the ego mind comes into play with the shadow aspect at play. Something I got months ago was a saying where the shadow aspect will always attempt to convince the individual otherwise. So within what I'm saying right now, the shadow aspect comes in to confuse the individual very often when there is unresolved conflict within the self connected to the shadow and a past experience. Very often, an individual has got the information, they understand what is happening with clarity in the experience, and if the shadow is involved, confusion comes into play when they have got the message and the information. So a lot of the internal conflict happening for many individuals at the moment is because they've got the information, okay, they understand their past experience and how it has served them, but there is a belief system connected to the ego mind governing that process, which is adding a resistance cycle to their process moving forward. So anything that is feeling really uncomfortable, of course, feel it to release it. But understand there is a very high possibility you are being asked just to let go of it. Okay? In one of my previous Instagram videos, I discussed how what no longer serves is boring for the higher self aspect. You will feel it. It feels very uncomfortable. Like you don't want to do that thing, act on that thing, speak about that thing. You don't want to have that mental play of that past experience. It's exhausting. It is boring. This is a motivator from the higher self aspect working through us energetically always to let go of the past. Hand over to the higher self aspect who, in tandem with our guides and with us, of course, is navigating us energetically through this process, through feeling. We are being asked to feel into everything this month. Feel into the energy of every interaction. Feel into the energy of the thought processes taking place within the physical mind, feel into whatever thought patterns pop up into your conscious awareness. How does that feel? If it doesn't feel great, if there's a contraction, feel it to release it and let go of it. That is it. It is done. It is time for new this month. It is time to allow for the new to flow in terms of the experiences, in terms of how we see the world, how we see ourselves from a higher vibrational state of being. Surrender, trust, and go with the flow is the message. So, with the shadow aspect at play, also understanding that the shadow has served up until this point in time, okay? It is not this dark influence in your life that has made your life an absolute misery up until this point. It has served you. It has served us. All right? So gratitude for the experience in itself will also allow for the shadow aspect to dissolve. Okay? The acknowledgement of the shadow service is important in this process. When we do these little things each and every day for ourselves, it is an act of self-love. Self-love, also a key concept within this process. A lot more progress is being done than what we think. The little things that we do go a long way in terms of the choices we make within the bubble of integrity. So doing the right thing, even if it is tiny when no one is looking. This is an important message this month, okay, is to focus on the self, do what is right for the self. It is going to be lighter, it is going to be easier. The energetics in periods are not going to be as intense. So we're going to have an opportunity from utilizing this frequency, the miracle frequency at play, that will assist with dissolving the density, okay, within our field that is clouding our judgment, okay? So take actions this month. The message is, always, if you would like to, it is a choice. Everything is a choice, just a reminder. That is an act of self-love. What is in alignment for the self's higher good, even if it is a tiny thing that doesn't seem like it's going to make much of a difference, it does make a difference. It is progress. It is an intention set, that action that we do within that bubble of integrity, okay, that has a massive ripple effect, whether we can see it yet or not. The intention is an act of self-love. It invites in higher frequencies. It is giving our higher self and guides permission to assist us with this process. When in doubt, ask for the assistance. It will always come through in a way that is perfect for you. Always, no matter what it looks like. Sometimes it is silent. It is meant to be silent. If you're not hearing your connection, your guides, if you're not sure about the information, what is happening, first of all, one of the big steps is understanding that that is exactly what's supposed to be happening for you. The information will come to you. You will get it, okay? Or like a big theme this month, you've already got it. There's nothing to say to you.